I have zero clue on what is going on at Xbox right now, because what do you mean two of the head, like biggest executives, literally the CEO of Xbox, stepping down just yesterday, and now Phil Spencer is retiring on Monday. Now, in this video, we're just going to talk about pretty much how this affects everything in Xbox, and more so specifically Halo. I know there's going to be a lot to talk about in this video with a certain individual called Asha Sharma. I think that's how I'm pronouncing it, and I'll explain why she's really important now. Asha Sharma is a former Microsoft employee, a very high up one, must I add, who was in the core AI division and pretty much is trying to help push AI into stuff. There's good stuff from this and bad. Let me explain, okay? First things first, let's get the most obvious thing out of the way. The use of generative AI that she's trying to push into this. Now, that sounds really bad, because it is, but she actually got asked about this, and these were her exact quotes. Bear in mind, this might be the most obvious PR stunt to try and undermine it and predict what people were going to say about it, so take everything with a grain of salt. I can't find the tweet, but one of the first things she said was, should I bring the Xbox 360 Blade dashboard? That is one of the most, like, out there, just random things to bring in. So it's clear that she likes Xbox. You know, that is that's a good way to just say you like Xbox, and that was on her own doing. That was not something she got asked about. That was just something she wanted to do. She just said, should I bring it back? A lot of people do. But on the other hand of this entire thing, this is what she said to when people were talking about her, you know, she's going to be using AI, so here is what she said. And it's, AI has been a long part of gaming and will continue to be, Sharma said. Nothing that gaming needs new engines, but that great stories are created by humans. I think I said that wrong in some capacity because of how dyslexic I am, but you know, that's fine. So it could be that everything she said so far about like the use of AI or like what she wants to do with it is just pure PR, and she doesn't mean any of it and only cares about the bottom line like every other CEO nowadays. Or she has at least some level of respect and is like, okay, we can use AI here and there to cut corners, which I still disagree with, but you know, it's better than replacing whole workloads and workforces, like people who are coding, people who are making models, textures, you know, so much stuff. If they start like generating stuff like that, that's a big problem. But the thing is, it sounds good because I know that's what they're trying to do, but you know, let's see where this goes. I am so sick and tired of being in a world full of negativity, okay? I just want people to be cautiously optimistic. I know that is a lot to ask for nowadays, to even be the word optimistic. Everything does suck, but you know, you have to try and find the good stuff. That's the difficult part, try to find the good. But what exactly does this mean for Halo? Okay, like, this is Xbox changing, not Halo Studios. Halo Studios got a rebrand to become Halo Studios like 2 or 3 years ago, okay? What's that got to do with it? I will tell you what's got to do with it. Everything. Because the biggest problem with the Halo franchise has, I even think this to a point as well, to a certain point, especially with Halo Infinite, is never been the studio's fault. It's always been the way Xbox manages it and how they like operate it. The leadership in Halo Studios, or 343 at the time, you know, they still deserve to be held accountable for their own actions, like, you know, when they changed the art style completely and what they wrote for Halo 4. You know, some stuff was creative choices that people just did agree with, but there was some things that they genuinely wanted to do, but I bet you there's a good chance Microsoft put like a hard cap on it, or like limited it, or made it so they had to do something specific. So finally having Xbox leadership change in such a drastic way, we could see a improvement to the Halo franchise as a whole moving forward. We could. Not saying that will happen, but we could, okay? I hate the word potential because potentially a lot of stuff can be great, even a masterpiece. You know, the new Combat Evolved remake, it has potential to be the greatest thing ever. Doesn't mean it will be. Hate that word. But this could work, okay? As long as they don't... I don't know how we can get worse from here. Actually, there's a lot of ways, but, you know, let's just keep it going. Keep it smooth. Thanks for watching. This is a very terrible video. If this actually gets more than 500 views, I'll actually laugh. I'm talking about like in general. I'm not talking about within like an hour or even within a week or two. I'm talking about like within 2 years, okay? If it gets to that high, I don't know how, okay? Anyways, see ya.